Hey guys, we're back with another video. I guess we're doing 2 in a week somehow. I guess I'm pushed. It's crazy how these videos came back after a very random set of events that made me realize that these videos mean something. I used to do videos on Instagram about motivation and self-improvement and just motivational quotes, but they came out of me, not the LARPing things where you put a quote in and then a crazy sound or anything. It came from me. I was speaking for like a minute straight, and I wasn't doing it for the views, I wasn't doing it for the likes, I wasn't doing it for the fame or anything. I was just doing it because I knew that deep down I had things to offer and I had things to say that may or may not help other people. My goal was that out of 1,000 people that see it, if I could help one person, it's enough for me to do these videos. And it's crazy how after, you see me drenched right now, she came back from a 5K run, which I aced in, did a full day of work. We're Saturday. I did a full day of work under 35 degrees Celsius heat. I did sanding a deck, sanding floor deck, all under the sun with a buddy of mine. And it's crazy how, as dead tired as I was, me and him still decided to pull a workout in. Now the reason why I'm doing this in the bathroom is I just couldn't hop in the shower knowing that I could have made that video. I just couldn't, I don't know, I just had this urge. Something in me was telling me that I should record it right now. And in the bathroom, because I don't have a tripod, I didn't want to install it. The placement, I'm currently placing my phone on a towel holder, right? And going back to the basics, this person made me realize that, the version of me that was posting these videos was authentic. He wasn't trying to impress people, wasn't trying to go for likes or views or anything. He was just purely authentic. He was proud of what he was doing, right? I was proud of what I was doing, and thus I was posting videos to inspire other people to be like me, because I was proud of myself, or to strive to get the best habits that I had, that I believed I had. Not to be me, but to have the habits that I had, that I believed were self-improvement, especially towards men. But it can apply to everybody. Now, today, after work, I did not want to do shit, right? And I felt sorry for myself, and my friend felt sorry for himself, but he promised himself to run. And I value that because he kept with that promise. We went home, we're dead, and he still decided, you know what, God, we have to fucking run. Even if it's like 1K, I have to run. I have to keep the streak going. And that, he wasn't expecting me to run with him, but I said, I'm running. And he looked at me, he's like, what? I'm like, you think you're running alone? Like, I couldn't let him do a workout over me, being in the same boat. And even if he wasn't in the same boat, even if he just came back from a day where he did nothing, fuck all, right? I would have still felt this ache in my heart, being like, I can't be outworked, And this is the surroundings that you need. You need people like this who value their word, who do what they say, right? Who are disciplined enough to understand that their word means more than their feelings, and who commit to things, who are strong-minded, who are goal-oriented, who are disciplined, consistent, persistent, right? You surround yourself with these type of people and you become one. You become better. You together, collectively become better. You attract more things. You become more. You become such a strong source of energy and group that nothing can stop you, right? Because if somebody's down in the group, the other one lifts him up, and vice versa, right? And when everyone's down, well, negative plus negative is positive, right? So I'll just break out. So that's what I need. You need a surrounding that is golden, that values things that are essential in life, especially as a man. But this applies, like I said, to anybody, right? who you surround yourself with is who you are. If you surround yourself with bums who smoke, right? But you also have multiple friend groups, right? You have the disciplined ones, the worker ones, and then you have the party ones. If you don't cut these ones out, they will drag you down. Why? Because, having this alcohol, drugs, this fun thing sounds fun, and it's the devil luring you in to these type of activities where you indulge in different things, right, that aren't beneficial for you, and it's more attractive to the eye, right? So eventually you'll pull into those type of friend groups more, right? And then you'll become them. You'll start doing bad habits, you'll start doing dumb decisions, right? Eventually you're going to become them. And it's very important that you notice these type of people before you get wrapped up in their world and before they trap you, right? It's like, I don't know if you ever watched Jack Sparrow, but it's when they pass through like those corals and they have to not look and not hear how they're singing, because if they look and they hear the mermaids singing, right, and they get distracted, they'll realize after, pursuing there and getting indulged in that and getting wrapped up into that these are actual monsters who are destroying their life, who will kill them, right? So it's the same thing in life here. Who you surround yourself with is truthfully the most important thing in the world, right? If you have the best systems in the world, you're the most disciplined person in the world, consistent, all this, all that, right? It doesn't matter how strong you are, you won't survive if you have the wrong group, because your surroundings, want it or not, influence you. They influence you. If you say I'm my own person, I don't get influence, it's false. Eventually, after some time, after months and months and months, you'll start having these people's habits because you absorb things. As human beings, we absorb things. We absorb energy. We absorb vocabulary. Everything is subconscious, right? 80%, even more, 90% of your life is subconscious. What you attract, what you say, what you mean, who you let in your life. It doesn't seem that important on the surface level, but inside, when you go to bed and your body starts activating the subconscious being, right, that's in your head, processing the day, it will all remember these things. It will all remember these bad habits, these things. And the more you hang out with these people, the more you interact with that, the more it's getting reinforced. And the more and more and more it surfaces to existence. So that's what I wanted to say. It's very important to stick with the right people. On top of that, it's very important to set boundaries to yourself. Meaning, if those boundaries gets crossed, you have to find a way to get them back in, or you cut them out, right? Someone is doing things that they shouldn't be doing, like stealing, right? And you notice that person is stealing all the time. You don't allow that because you're not someone who steals. So you tell them, you either stop stealing or I have to disconnect with you. It applies to everything. I'm a person who's very late and I try to fix this. But if someone tells me, right, you're either not pulling up late or I'm cutting you off, it makes sense. It makes sense. So that was the lesson. That was the lesson I wanted to say. And other forms, I wanted to talk about how to motivate yourself on the days where you absolutely don't want to do anything. And it's delusion. You have to be delusional. If you need to be cringe and say, I'm fucking Batman, I'm him. After a day of work, when everyone's gonna go sleep, when everyone's gonna go chill, when everyone's gonna go watch Netflix, when everyone's gonna go jerk off and party. No, I'm dead tired. I'm the most tired person in this island, in this facility, in this freaking country, right? But I'll still do a fucking workout. I'll still do the homework. I'll still do the work that I have to do before I have to go to bed, right? Because I know that deep down, it will eat me up. It will eat me up because I knew I could actually do it, right? So you have to find an alter ego. If it means that I'm Batman and you get delusional and you say, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. And over and over and over and over and over, you reinforce that. It's like I said, the subconscious absorbs these vocabularies, absorbs these thoughts. And then as you repeat them more and more and more, you become Batman. You become Catwoman or whatever it's called, the woman version of it, right? You girls kind of have your own character. I don't really know what it is, but for the guys, bro, Batman, fucking Superman, fucking Spider-Man, all these characters are crazy and they do things non-stop, right? Because they have no choice, because they believe in their values, because they're him. You can literally him. I'm him. When you're tired and you're finishing a shift and you know you have to go to the gym, you say, I'm him, I do it. Fuck this. And then you get energy from the world, you get energy from the universe, from the cosmos that propels you to go to this gym. You don't get it before going to the gym. You don't get it in the shower or whatever. You get it the second that you step into the gym or the second that you lift that dumbbell or that bar, right? That's when you get that boost, not before. And that's why the road to success and the road to these disciplined things is not interesting. That's why when you hang out with multiple people, right? Disciplined ones, worker ones, no. If you have one bad negative group, it will be the most attractive looking group. And it's the one that will slowly make you gravitate towards them. And it's the one that you're going to slowly, fluctuate towards because it has the most magnetism towards it. So choose your surroundings and create an alter ego. Create a delusional mindset that you constantly reinforce, right? Until you become him, until you become Batman. That's it, guys. That's all I had. Now I'm gonna go shower, sleep, because it's 10 at night. And I earned my rest, I guess. I earned my rest.